on the 25th of May, we went through the whole entire show in the dance studio just so we could just so we can get a good gist of it before our dress rehearsal next week. So we can just go through any tweaks that are any problems, and as our show's becoming near, if we just keep running the show, it'll just help us. It will just help us cover off those little problems that we're doing or the mistakes we're making, and so we can improve on them a bit more. So that's why we're just going to keep running through the show until we're at the show. A weakness, I would say, for us, and from what Carly said, is that we need more energy. Throughout the whole show, it's good in some parts, but in other parts we're lacking a lot of energy, so we need to make sure we have that energy into the show, because it's meant to be a really funny show, like a funny, happy show. We'll all come together, you meet someone, we're all coming together, all uniting, and you need to show that through our face and through our energy and how happy we are in the dances. And it's meant to be funny as well, maybe sometimes over exaggerate in some dances, just those little bits can really make a show. Another weakness for everyone is our diction. Our diction is very poor, and because of that you can't really hear us when we're singing, especially in Sunday Morning Fever. You can't really hear us, so you just need to make sure to go through diction. If everyone just does it, goes home and goes through articulation, tongue twisters, going through diction, and researches how to improve your diction, it should be a lot better by next week if we just keep going through it in the weekend. And that's what I'm going to do. For my proposal, I am going through diction, but I was just going to keep going through it more and more, and go through more articulation and see different and new ways to help improve my diction, and to see if I can do that. But personally, I find that my diction has gotten a little bit better, but as a whole we need to get better, so I need to just keep going through it. There's always needs improving. Yeah, like I said before, need to more energy, look like we're having fun, because if we don't look like we're having fun, it can really destroy the mood for the show. Because if we're all literally sad doing a happy song, it doesn't get that positive energy, and it's not going to get people liking the show. It can be a bit boring to watch. So, and if you look bored, they'll get bored. A strength for me is I really struggled in Bless Our show. I always said Bless Our clothing, when it's not that, it's Bless Our costumes, and I always got it wrong, and I don't know why, I just got it confused. I always used to go, don't say clothing, but I always said clothing. But what I did is I just didn't think. I said to myself, well, it is beforehand, but then I didn't think about it, and when it came, I just said costumes, and that was a lot better, because I always said clothing. So I just need to keep remembering just to say costumes, don't say clothing, and I find that I help a lot easier. My body language was a lot better, especially in Sunday Morning Fever. My back wasn't to the audience, which I found was a lot better. My back, so that wasn't to the audience, and I find that's an improvement for me, because I always used to struggle with that. So I took in the research I found to help me, and I made sure that my back wasn't to the audience. We had good faces. I found that we could still improve in our faces a lot more, but I found that some of us, we all had really good faces, good distinct faces. Especially me, I felt like I really showed different reaction. There was one part where I really scared Dolores was gonna get shot, and I was really scared in my face, and at the end what I did is I hid, so I couldn't hear the news or hear that she's about to get shot, and then I showed the relief on my face after we found out she didn't get shot. And sometimes that's what you need to make sure you really show through your face, because that's how people believe with acting, because you can act, but if you don't show it for your face and just feel your voice, it's not believable, and you need to make sure it's believable. And when you're a nun, and when I'm a nun, I really show how happy I am to be a nun, and I really show it in my face, and doing little, just to make it more distinct. But yeah, I felt, like I said before, my reactions were a lot better. And I also felt that when doing the dance, the song Bless Our show, it was a lot better. It wasn't cartoony like it was before. We remembered the harmony, the humming harmony, and We were still, one other thing, we didn't fidget. I found that we didn't fidget at all, and it was a lot better. Well, I didn't fidget personally, I didn't fidget, and I felt that was a lot better. And the end harmony for Raise Your Voice was a lot better. It was perfect, and it shows that if you keep practicing, you can make it better. And when we found out that the harmony wasn't very good, we just kept practicing all together. We always met up and sometimes in the breaks and just went through it just to help us. And we found that it was a lot better and it was a lot smoother. And I think if we just keep that up and just keep doing it, we'll be able to do it when we do the actual show. Because it's a really good harmony. We just need to make sure to keep doing it, keep repetitively doing it. Overall, it was a really good run through. Didn't fidget, and we didn't have any problems. Oh yeah, and one other thing, sometimes when we on the song "Good to Be a Nun," I tend to fall. We have to sit back about not looking. We have to stare at the audience and sit back on a chair, and I always slip off and I always fall. So I just need to make sure just to spot somewhere. And just to make sure I know that the chair's there, put the chair in a perfect place for me to sit back into so I don't fall. That's one other thing I need to make sure to do so I don't fall in future. But yeah, overall it was really good. I felt that it'll be really good for the show. I felt that we've learned a lot from our weaknesses and our mistakes in the past, and we don't get the same mistakes because sometimes we do get the same mistake, but we've cleared it off a lot more, and I find that's a lot better.